This is part two of the sit-down lesson. It was cut short. Go back to the Jerusalem Post. It says Putin. It says Putin approves new alliance with North Korea. It says Pentagon rejects Zelensky's missile request from the Wall Street Journal. Moscow reiterate threats to several diplomatic ties with U.S. Iran denies plotting to delete Trump. Putin offers condolences over their deadly blast in Pakistan. It says multiple deaths reported in suspected Pakistan attack. It says Biden allows deployment of U.S. military contractors to Ukraine, media reports. So I'll be able to bring out some scriptures. So once again, this is part two of this sit-down lesson of prophecy updates as of November the 9th, 2024, on this Saturday night. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, right? Iran versus Israel, pro-Iranian group going against the Israel Defense Force. North Korea and Russia signed that official military treaty deal. You know, especially as we've been seeing the alliance been increasing with China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea quite a while now. Ever since Kim Jong-un and Vladimir Putin had that meeting in the month of June, as he traveled over there to, I believe Kim Jong-un traveled over to Russia, if I'm not mistaken, and they signed that military treaty deal from June all the way to now. As you've been seeing a couple of weeks ago, you had North Korea deployed troops over there to Ukraine to aid assist Russia, while the Russia-Ukraine situation is intensifying. And then you had the United States and South Korea allies with one another, sending those warnings to warnings to North Korea for sending those troops over there. So these are signs of wars and rumors of wars. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must first come to pass, but the end is not yet. Matthew 24, verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. This is the book of Luke 21 and verse 25, and it reads, it says, there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars upon the earth. The scratch of nations will perplex and seas raise war. Second Esdras chapter 15 in verse 15. It says, for the sword of destruction draweth nigh, and one people should stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands. Right, the Israel Defense Force going against the resistance of the Palestinians, the pro-Palestinians and the pro-Iranian groups together going against the Israel Defense Force, and Iran versus Israel Defense Force as well too. With these nuclear escalations are heating up between the nations, and we see these seditions, uprises, and uproars people in the world. The stress of nations will replace the seas reservoir. Second Esdras 15 verse 16. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and of course the actually stand in power. Right, so we've been seeing these protests, seditions, uprises, uproars of people in the world against their leaders in power due to the unrighteous decrees, like it says in Isaiah 10 verse 1. Bring out some more news articles, if possible. It says classes erupted in Venezuela at the end of a mass protest calling for a resignation of regional leader. And I believe did like a first protest when those heavy floodings took place over there in Spain. I would say like a week or two ago, and then they called on a resignation for the leader over there in the area, and that's what you call seditions, uprisings, and uproars. People were, huh? Yeah. Uh,
Olive.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Oh,
And Cindy?
she'll make it with some nasty scars as a souvenir.
What about Serena?
She'll be fine. She might not be able to see it.
What's gonna happen then?
The DA's hands down, but the evidence is overwhelming.
And the money? It's just
Or get to the news article. Oh, that's something else. Just want to be able to show it. It says a Security Council must remain united. Activity in the DPRK, Voice of America reports. It says Nigeria major city suffers a blackout as the power grid collapses yet again. Kind of happened over there in Cuba, like like a month and a half. Like a month ago, you had a blackout over there in Cuba. Then you had the recent blackout like a couple of days ago due to the Hurricane Rafael. It says Cuba left railing after a Category 3 hurricane ravaged the islands and knocked down power grid. It says South Africa closes its borders again with Mozambique, where post-election violence worsens. It says Indonesia's Mount Laki erupts for the second time in a week. I believe that's a volcano. It says 2 Swedish teens face preliminary charges for explosives near the Israeli embassy in Denmark. It says China is bracing for a fresh tensions with Trump over trade, tech, and Taiwan. Right, another sign of wars and rumors of wars. So I'm gonna bring up that more scriptures. Joel. Yep, this is Joel chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty man, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Joel 3, verse 10. Beat your plowshares and the swords and the pruning hooks and the spears, and let the weak say I'm strong. And this is the book of St. Mark, chapter 3, and verse 23. It says, and he called them unto them and say in a parable, how can Satan cast out Satan? St. Mark, chapter 3, verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, the kingdom cannot stand. St. Mark, chapter 3, verse 25. And if a house be divided against itself, the house cannot stand. St. Mark 3, verse 26. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, cannot stand, but have an end. And this is the book of St. Mark 13, verse 7. It says, and when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be not troubled, for such things must need be, but the end shall not be yet. St. Mark 13, verse 8. For nation shall rise against nation, right? Different ethnicity groups For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be earthquakes in diverse places, and there shall be famines and pestilence. Famines and troubles. These are the beginning of sorrows, right? Biblical signs are the signs of times. And this is the book of Revelations, 11 verse 14. The second will pass, behold, third will coming quickly. White Armageddon, armor God won. So I'll bring out some more news articles that leads up to biblical prophecies. It says, for many Iranians, Trump's return intensified worries about war, yet some reason for hope. So we'll go to arabnews.com. It says 2 Saudi military personnel is dead, 1 wounded after an attack on Yemen. It says the coalition spokesperson al-Maliki attack occurred on Friday during the sports training at camp. Bodies are flowing, several men injured, officers reported to the kingdom. Israel army slams soldiers for burning Lebanese flag. Right, so signs of upwars in people in the world. At least 64 attack against school reported in Gaza last month, says the UNICEF. It says children, pregnant woman among 7 killed in an Israeli strike on Tyre, which I read about already. It says more than 20 killed as Israeli strikes pound towns in Lebanon, Lebanese officials say. Israel rejects bias, warns of famine in Gaza. It says South Sudan floods affect 1.4 million, displayed 337,000, UN reports. It says Syrian state news agency reports of strike in Aleppo region. So with that, hopefully this sit-down lesson was edifying of this recent news article. Of this recent sit-down lesson of prophecy updates as of November the 9th, 2024 on this Saturday night. So with that, I would like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Makakadash, and the Heavenly Father. True name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son Ba'Hashem, and the name Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Those are their true names in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, the Lashwan Kadash Low tongue. And I say Barakathum to the elders, Wa'akim Akwaf. Until next time, I would say Shalom.